Okay, now next power plant we are going to show you today is the hydroelectric power plant. About 22% of the power is generating using hydro power plant. Means the classification of hydroelectric power plant now. Basically it is available on the basis of head, availability of head, low head plant, medium head plant and high head plant. Low head plant operating under heads less than 30 meters. Medium head plant operates under heads from 30 meters to 300 meters. High head plant operating under heads above about 300 meters. Okay, and according to nature of load, base load plant, peak load plant, these are the two types of nature of loads. So first we will study the base load plant, operating continuously at a constant or nearly constant power, in which operates at relatively high load factors. Peak load plant operating to supply the peak load of a power system. Now, next type of is the according to capacity of plant. There are three types now: low capacity plant, medium capacity plant and high capacity plant. Low capacity plants operating under 999 kilowatts. Medium capacity plant operates under 1 megawatt to 10 megawatts and higher capacity plant operates above 10 megawatts. According to the quantity of water available for generation, run-off river plant without pondage, run-off river plant with pondage, storage type plant, pump storage plant and mini and micro hydel plants. Basically we will study the principle of the hydroelectric power plant. This is a basic principle flow chart of the hydroelectric power plant. Initially the water which is stored in the dam is having a potential energy. It is being passed to the penstock through to the turbine. It converts into kinetic energy, then kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy and mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is the basic principle of the hydroelectric power plant. Basically the figure is like this of the hydroelectric power plant. First you will see the reservoir now, water reservoir. It is in simple water storage area where large quantity of water is stored during rainy season. The reservoir is generally built by constructing a dam across a river. The reservoir is located at the region of heavy rainfall with sufficient catchment intensity of the rainfall. The function is to store the water during rainy season and supply the same during dry season. Next is the dam. First we have seen the reservoir, now we will see the dam. This is a concrete gravity dam generally built to provide necessary head to the power plant. The function of the dam is to increase the height of the water level behind it, which ultimately increases the reservoir capacity. Dam also helps in increasing the working head of the power plant. Dam are constructed with spillway which provides safety for the dam. Its function is high capacity discharge during floods without damage to the dam and maintain the reservoir levels below predetermined design level. Now next point in this is the after dam is the penstock. It is an open pipeline made of steel to flow the water between the surge tank and the prime mover is known as penstock. It is made stronger of material to withstand high pressure caused by water hammer during load fluctuations. Where in cold weather conditions it is better to make it underground to prevent the ice formation in the pipe and to reduce the number of expansion joints required. A surge tank is provided on penstock as a small reservoir in which water level rises or falls to reduce the pressure swing so that it is not transmitted to the penstock. It acts as a safety device against water hammer effects during the low demand periods and avoid vacuum effects during the high demand periods. Now we will see the thrash rack. The water discharged or supplied to the prime mover from the dam or from the forebay are provided with the thrash rack. During the winter season, water converts to ice to prevent the ice from clinging to the thrash rack. They are often heated electrically. Sometimes air bubbling system is provided in the vicinity of the thrash rack which brings the warmer water to the surface of the thrash racks. Its function is to prevent damage of turbine runners or choke up the nozzles of the turbine from the entry of any debris. Now after this thrash rack we will move to the powerhouse. A powerhouse consists of two main parts, mainly substructures and superstructure. The substructure is the hydraulic and electrical equipment and the superstructure is the house constructed for protection of equipment. Generating unit and the exciter is located in the ground floor. Turbines which rotate on vertical axis are located below the floor level, while those rotating on a horizontal axis are located on the ground floor along the side of the generator. Now next unit is the hydraulic turbine. The main function of hydro turbine is to convert the kinetic energy of the water into mechanical energy to produce the electric power. The turbines which are in common use are Pelton wheel, Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine depending upon the head available. And last is the draft tube, which is being kept, which is nothing but the output. This is a part of the reaction turbine. Draft tube is a diverging discharge passage connecting the runner with tail race. It maintains static suction head if the runner is located above the tail water level. So you can see that in the figure, the reservoir is there, crash rack is there, dam is there, penstock. Through penstock it is carrying all the water to the turbine. Then out in turbine, what is happening? Turbine is rotating due to this conversion of mechanical potential energy into kinetic energy. So since the turbine is rotating, turbine is generating the mechanical work energy, and mechanical, since turbine is connected to generator, so mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is the working principle we have seen previously. The potential energy is converted to kinetic energy is converted to mechanical energy, and mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is the basic flow or working and construction of the hydroelectric power plant. Now we'll see some advantages and disadvantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Okay, now first advantage is that there is no cost of fuel or fuel handling system, and storage costs are eliminated, low operating cost. Second point is it has a longer life. Third point is that maintenance cost is low. Fourth point is it helps for irrigation purpose and flood control. There is no standby losses which are unavoidable. Thermal and nuclear power plant, no problem of pollution, low starting time, high production rate capacity, and pollution free. So these are certain advantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Now we'll see the disadvantage of this power plant. The capital cost is more. The power generation of this plant is only dependent on the quantity of water available, which in turn depends on the natural phenomena of rains. It takes a long time for creation. And last disadvantage is that the transmission of power from power station to the load center requires long transmission lines, so high cost of transmission. So these are certain advantages. This is regarding the hydroelectric power plant and its advantages and disadvantages of this hydroelectric power plant.